All right. You probably already know this, but it bears repeating. America is a capitalist country. And you're like, duh, of course it is. But no, I'm going to say it one more time. Think about what I'm saying. America is a capitalist country. The reason I repeat myself is because everybody comes over to our country to take advantage of capitalism while we focus on getting a job. Why is that? It's because, number one, we're never really taught to own our own businesses. And two, we're around it so much that we don't think it's special. We don't realize how special it is. And I'm gonna give you an example. So wherever you live, right? You have friends, you have family that come over and visit, right? And what's the first thing they do when they tell you they're coming? They're saying, hey, I'm coming. Let's make a list of stuff that we're going to do. Show me what's good in your town. Show me all the cool stuff, all the places to eat. They want you to make this itinerary of all the good things about where you live. And so now you start doing all this research and trying to figure out what you're going to do when they get there. They get there, you go to the nicest restaurants, go to the fun restaurants, go to all the little local spots, the waterfalls, the aquariums, whatever your city has to offer. Y'all do that, right? And they have a blast. They leave, they have a fantastic time. And turns out you had a good time too. But here's the crazy thing. You live there. You've lived there your entire lives. You've been there for years and you never did any of those things, not one time. Why is that? Because, you knew it was there. You never thought to take advantage of it because why? Why would you, right? So here's what I'm saying. Other countries understand how awesome capitalism is, and that's why they're dying to get here. But you live here, and so it's not important. It's not special, but it's very special. And let me tell you why. So right now we're in the midst of a presidential election. You have Kamala Harris basically telling everybody who wants to own a small business that they're going to get $50,000 in a tax credit. So how do you get this $50,000? Well, you got to own a business, which means you have to participate in capitalism, just like your friends coming to visit from out of town, right? Once you participated in the stuff that was already available to you, that you'd pass by all the times, you had a good time, right? It's the same thing with capitalism. It can be evil. It can be greedy. Yes, but you can also participate in it, right? You don't have to be evil. You don't have to make it evil. You can just participate in capitalism and get all the benefits that all these big companies get, all the tax write-offs, all the loans and business perk. Man, it's a lot, right? Case in point, during the pandemic, everybody was getting the stimulus checks, right? Remember that? Well, if you were a business owner, you got additional grants, you got additional loans, you got additional money. There is the money you got as a regular person from the stimulus, and then you got additional money from the government just because you owned a business. Like your business just had to exist the year prior to qualify. And they would give you money. I think I got a couple of $1,000 just because I owned a business. I only had to prove that the business existed, and I got almost twice as much as I got from the stimulus. You get what I'm saying? This country is set up for you to own a business. So why are you running to get a job? Okay? This whole country is set up for capitalism, which means you run a business, you own a business. The tax code, pretty much everything is more beneficial if you own a business versus just being a regular rank and file employee. There's nothing wrong with the 9-to-5, but the fact that we run to a 9-to-5, that we're taught to go run to get a 9-to-5 is wrong. They don't teach that in other countries. Other countries know that we are the best place to run a business, to own a business, or one of the best places to run a business, right? That's what we should be doing. You can still have a job and have your business on the side. So that's kind of what I want to impart to you, right? Don't think of capitalism as this bad thing. Think of it as the thing that's been around you this entire time that you just never participated in and didn't realize that you could actually enjoy it, right? But it's there. And it doesn't really cost you anything to participate, right? There are costs. But what I'm saying is, once you get your business set up, and it's very cheap to do that depending on how you do that, right? You don't have to go to a lawyer. You don't have to do anything super complicated. And we'll talk about it later, eventually, right? But what I'm saying is, owning a business, once it's set up, you can just have that exist as you continue to go to work, as you continue doing things on the side, but just make your side money your business money, right? Make that your business. Make that money go into your business, right? So if you cut grass, you have a lawn business. If you cut hair, you have a barber business. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, when you go out and buy some new clippers, or you go out and buy a new lawnmower, it's a business expense, which you can write off, right? Not to get too far into taxes, but let me explain something to you. When you work a job, they give you a paycheck. And at your paycheck stub, you see all the money that they take out of your paycheck, and then they give you what's left. It's Social Security taxes, there's state taxes, right? It's like the gross money and then the net, right? And the net's always going to be smaller because they take stuff out. But what if you got a check as a business owner, you charge $3,000 for a service, you get $3,000, and then you don't have to pay taxes on that until realistically 4 times a year, right? You don't have to have someone take out the taxes. You pay the taxes on a regular schedule, and it's basically more convenient to you, right? And basically you get to take out all the expenses. So the new lawnmower, the new pair of clippers, you get to deduct that. So you may have brought in $3,000, but let's say after all your expenses, you have $1,000 left. Well, guess what? You only pay taxes on the $1,000. I'm going to say that one more time. As an employee, as a 9-to-5 employee, if you work and get $3,000, they take all your money, all the taxes out, you get what's left, right? But as a business owner, you make $3,000, you get to deduct all the expenses you put into the business, and you pay taxes on what's left. All right? Employee, you pay taxes on all $3,000. Business owner, if you have $3,000 but $2,000 in expenses, you pay taxes on $1,000. Are you starting to understand how businesses are able to avoid paying taxes? That's how they do it. They just create a bunch of expenses and they basically zero out their income. So do you pay taxes on zero? No. If you didn't have a job and you were unemployed, do you pay taxes on zero? No, they do the same thing, but they get to deduct their expenses after they get their money. You can't do that as an employee. You have to get paid and they take their money out. They take the taxes out before you even get your check. Okay? Now, the benefit of that is you get a refund tax season. The downside to the business owner is you probably have a bill, but if you plan it accordingly, you plan it wisely, you're not going to have that big of a bill. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick because a lot of y'all don't realize that America is set up for business owners, not employees. All right. Anyway, we'll continue this discussion as always. Talk to you next time. Bye.